What up, family, and welcome to I Can't Make This Shit Up. Y'all, I'm about to tell y'all a very disturbing story. I really wish it wasn't true, but it is. If you ain't following me, you already know what to do. Here we go. Imagine going to work and not feeling well. You tell your supervisor or your manager, but they don't allow you to go home. So you tough it out and you work your shift. And then near the end, you go to the bathroom and you never make it home. Sounds ridiculous, right? I wish it was. That is what happened, in fact, to this beautiful soul right here. Her name is Janikka Perry from Little Rock, Arkansas. See, Janikka has been a hard-working employee of Walmart for 5+ years. And on January 16th, Janikka wasn't feeling well. She showed up to work at 3 p.m. per usual after church. See, that's the one thing about this beautiful spirit. She always go to church. Every Sunday, she worshiped her God. And while I can tell you so much about this young lady, I'll allow her family to fill you in. Here we go. Yo, this is exactly what happened to Janikka while at work that night. You all can pause to read this. I also want to reiterate that this is the only, KARK Channel 4 is the only news media that reached out to the mainstream media. And it was for their Facebook page. Here we go.
They replaced her at the job, but we can't replace her. We can't never get her back.
5 years.
5 years. It ain't like she just started there.
You're working in the bakery. You complain to management and let management know that you are sick. You do not feel well. You need to go home. You're coughing. You're throwing up. And all of that. That shit. Right.
I just felt like she went to the bathroom to try to get herself together to be able to go to the hospital, but she never gained the strength to be able to do that.
Janikka Perry. And give me a little insights about what happened at Walmart. I know she was an employee at Walmart.
Yes, for 5 years.
Okay.
Say she went in the bathroom because she was sick. And she was throwing up, and I guess no one came in and checked on her till 11:30. She had been laying on the floor for a whole hour and a half. Say she clocked that at 9:54 and went into the bathroom and never came back out. And they said they seen on camera that customers was coming in and out the bathroom like she wasn't on the floor. So when they finally found her, they say she was still breathing, but they can't get me to believe that she was still breathing. Worked her whole shift dying and didn't even know it. She died on Walmart bathroom floor. And they acting like they're not accountable. I want them to be held accountable. From management down to the regular crew. They don't need a job. They don't need a job nowhere. That's my big sister. I protect her. And now she gone, what we gonna do? She left behind 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they say she attempted to call 911 twice, but it didn't go through. What they gonna do without their mother?
So she was an employee at Walmart for 5 years?
Yes, 5+.
And she, from what I understand, she was complaining about pain to the manager,
She
right?
complained about her aches and pains to the manager, and they said that they just brushed it off.
And so
like get back to work.
Right, like get back to work, and they wouldn't let her.
And she
ended up going to the bathroom.
Yes.
And the handicap stall, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
would
it
say that
was?
she was in a handicap stall.
And customers was going in and out of the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
And no one, not one person,
no one had a
reported
heart.
it.
No one had a heart. Because if it was me, and I don't even have to know you. If I see you laid out, stretched out somewhere, I'll probably be crying too. And I don't even know you. It didn't take nothing for them to dial 911 or go get management, anything. They did none of that.
Did they ever find out what was the cause of death? Did they ever come up with a...
They didn't do an autopsy for us, but they said her heart...
Really?
Yeah, her heart and her lungs collapsed. But like I said, she laid there on that floor for an hour and a half. And I believe she could have been saved. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. I'm not a doctor, but I believe that my sister could have still be here.
I'm just trying to really get an understanding how my sister did a poor shift and left her dead. I don't understand it. They treated us wrong at Walmart. They called the police on us. They had us removed from there. And I'm like, it wasn't right. The store manager, he didn't say sorry for your loss. This is the loss for our company. Like, he said none of that.
We just want justice. And we
And
deserve
like,
it.
I know my sister, if she wasn't feeling well, she told her manager. But they were Walmart do make their people work sick and all. And that's not right. Like, they gotta stop. If she was coughing and shortness of breath, that signs of COVID anyway.
And throwing up.
And then she working in a bakery. Why y'all want her at work like that? It was Sunday.
So they wouldn't let her go home. And
They would not. And I feel like my sister was dying her whole shift, and she suffered. And she didn't deserve that.
When you say there's probably something that's a norm that's going on at Walmart.
Yes, I feel like it needs to be a class action lawsuit.
Right. People
Because
probably can't
people
get off.
always complain about having to work and not feel good. Like, you can't make somebody work. I'm a manager myself. If my workers come in sick, I send them home because you're more than just a body to me. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about their workers. It's not that serious. They didn't call no emergency contact.
They didn't call
They
it
didn't
at one
notify
time.
us. The hospital notified us.
Wow.
And-
So
And that went
Walmart-
until
so
12:53 a.m.
So Walmart never contacted no
Never.
one in the family.
Never.
about-
They did not even call me.
They
Never.
never called you.
And I'm the mother.
And we don't even know how the hospital got my mom's phone number because my sister's phone
My
locked.
phone is locked.
And you can't
So
get into it.
Walmart had to tell them my phone number.
And that's what's supposed to happen when something happens to you on the job. They supposed to call your emergency contact. And they didn't do that. They
didn't even
reach
do that.
out or nothing.
And
And
they
then when
still
we
have
got there, the store manager acting all nervous. Like, he couldn't even keep his paper and his hands
Just
shaking. You
like-
could hear it.
Just
Couldn't even give us eye contact. I'm like, you ain't got the decency to look us in our face. And then he's sitting there removing my sister out the system right in our face. Like,
She don't exist.
Like she just another number.
She was dedicated. Even when it snowed, she got a hotel room and walked to work.
like that. Like,
She
they don't
deserves
understand the
better.
hurt that it caused our family. This is her. She got a 15-year-old son. He just buried his dad last year. January 16 was not supposed to be the day my sister died. That is not supposed to be. We supposed to be celebrating her birthday in May. That's all. They took the chance of her being saved away from her. On so many levels. Refusing to let her go home. Lay in the bathroom floor for an hour and a half.
And she was crying out for help.
Yeah, please help me.
And somebody
please.
not already admitted that the maintenance man said that he heard her screaming for help.
So she was screaming for help.
She was screaming for help. My sister suffered.
And no one helped.
Nobody.
And no one helped her.
And the video footage showed women going
In and out, in and out.
customers.
And we went to go say, can we just see the video of my sister's last shift? I feel like we want to see her last 8 hours on earth.
we tried to be respectful with it.
You know what I'm saying? He said no. He called the police. So when the police get there, he was like, it's on the store manager if he want to let y'all see the video. And the store manager flat out said no. They can go get a subpoena.
And then they talking about banning us from Walmart. And
Like, because she sat there and suffered her whole shift. I feel like we need answer. We need justice. Like, it ain't no amount of money that'll bring her back, but they do need to pay for making my sister lose her life. They took the chance of my sister living.
even if she's sick.
Like, she'll help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always joke with her. I'm like, girl, you got a homeless shelter. Because she will help anybody. Like, she will have everything who old enough to have her own place. She always let people stay with her. She don't care what your situation is. She let you stay with her. Like, she was a no judgment person. You know what I'm saying? She saw the good in everybody. She don't, like, the day she passed, she went to church, you know, and like she normally do every Sunday. And her praise, she gave God his praise, you know. And at this point, like, where we got to fight for justice for her at her job, like, she didn't mean nothing.
But we
You gotta pay
deserve.
$4,000 for autopsy?
Yep.
But that's what Walmart. I mean, that's what. Who said that?
That's what they said at the funeral home, that we would have to pay $4,000 out of our pocket if we wanted an autopsy. When I feel like they should have did an autopsy anyway, they talking about they gonna go off her medical history. How can you go off her medical
Right.
history? I'm not understanding that. Baby gone, it hurt bad.
You know, that's
My
sad.
soul pissed, my heart hurt.
My heart is empty.
So what time? What time does she go to work?
She'll be there at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, and she get
let
off of
mama
work.
out at 2:30. She did mama these 2 French braids, and she like, mommy, I love you. I'm gonna come spend the night with you tonight when I get off work.
Never did show up.
Knew it was something because they let us all come back there. Because you know, due to COVID, only one person can go to the back. They let all my siblings and my mama go to the back, so you knew it was something.
The kids this year?
2, she have a 15-year-old and a 24-year-old.